fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren. You're watching Dreams Books Courage, and today I'm doing my March TBR. I'm so excited about this month because it is my birthday month, and hopefully the weather will be warming up a bit. But more than anything, I'm excited about these books that I'm reading this month. I have a total of 8 books on my TBR since I read 8 books last month, so let's go ahead and get into these books. First up, we have the book that I'm currently reading, and that is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. I planned to read this book last month, but I didn't have time to, and also, this is a chunk of a book. I'm a little more than halfway through it currently, and it's very interesting and definitely different from The Bone Season. Obviously, I can't tell you a lot about this book, but it does involve clairvoyance, and what that means is that certain people can access the spirit world, which is known as the Ether, and it seems like they kind of have a certain superpower with it. Like, that's kind of the way you can view it, but this world is very awesome, both on the fantasy side, also on the side of politics. It's definitely not what you expect, and this book especially is really good so far. Next up we have I Was Here by Gail Forman, and this book was released around the end of January, and I'm super excited about it, if only because it's by Gail Forman. I'm not really into suicide type of books, but I am hoping to enjoy this one just because it's by Gail Forman. It's all about 2 best friends. The one named Meg actually commits suicide, and the one left behind, which is named Cody, has to kind of figure out why her best friend decided to commit suicide. And I'm sure it's going to be a pretty sad read, but also I've heard that it's very hopeful towards the end. I've mostly heard good reviews about this book, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's a pretty short read, and I can read Gail Forman's writing pretty fast. I love the If I Stayed duology, so I'm really looking forward to this one as well. This next book I'm reading in anticipation of Insurgent coming out in the month of March, and that is For a Divergent collection by Veronica Roth. And this features 4 short stories about 4 also known as Tobias, and those stories are The Transfer, The Initiate, The Sun, and The Traitor. I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard that it's unexpectedly good. For those of you who have read Allegiant, we know that a lot of times it was hard to tell Tobias and Triss's points of view apart, but I've heard that this is actually a very interesting read, so I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully I'll get to it before I go and watch the movie Insurgent. But I love this cover, and I'm just really looking forward to the stories inside. Next up we have We Should Hang Out Sometime by Josh Sundquist, and this is actually a memoir. For those of you who do not know, Josh Sundquist is actually a YouTuber, and I got this book very recently for my birthday, and the Booksplosion Book Club chose this as their book of the month, so I decided to read along with them for this month. This book looks really good. It's a memoir about Josh's life and how at the age of 25 he realized that he never really officially dated a girl. Like, he had kind of gone out with girls, but they were never officially together. He's never actually had a girlfriend by the time he was 25. And so this is all about Josh going back and asking all the girls that he's previously dated why they never really officially went out. And so obviously that'd be very embarrassing and also pretty funny. So I'm sure this book will be super good, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I love it whenever YouTubers write books, if they're like actual books and not just like how-to guides or something like that. So this really seems very interesting, and from what I've seen in the book, I'll really enjoy it. After that, I'll be reading 3 books in anticipation of the 4th book in the series coming out at the beginning of April. And that is the William Shakespeare Star Wars series by Ian Dosher. This is the first book, called Verily A New Hope, and I think that these covers are awesome. I love Star Wars and I love William Shakespeare, so within these books, Ian Dosher actually wrote Star Wars as if it was told from Shakespeare, and from what I've seen so far within these books, they are hilarious and I'm really looking forward to reading them. After that, I'll be reading The Empire Striketh Back, and then The Deadeye Doth Return. All 3 of these books look really awesome, and I love these covers, so I'm really looking forward to reading through them. They will all probably be pretty quick reads, so I think it'll be a nice change of pace for me, and I'm just really looking forward to how hilarious these will be. And the last book that I plan to read in the month of March is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I'm sure that most of you have heard of this book. It's been very hyped up on YouTube, and honestly, I've heard nothing but good things about this book, so I'm really looking forward to it. This is the start of a dystopian series. And within this book, there's a girl and she has red blood, and red blood signifies the lower class people, while if you have silver blood, then you're higher class. And silver bloods also have special powers, and this certain girl is actually born with red blood, but she also has this special power, so obviously she's different from everyone else in the society, and I think this book is all about kind of figuring that out. But it seems to be pretty awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I love this cover. I think it just looks very intense and creepy and awesome. So we'll see how this book is. I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be an amazing read. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please tell me down below which of these books off of my TBR you would like to see book discussions of, because I've been kind of slacking on the book discussions, but I'd really love to hear what you guys want to see from me. So please definitely tell me down below what books you would want to see in a book discussion. And as always, I'm going to go get back to reading.